One, two, here we go.
I went down to PEI Fest to see 3 short films and their 4 filmmakers. This event took place at City Cinema in downtown Charlottetown.
My name is Jenna McMillan, and I have 3 films in the PEI Fest, 3 short films.
My name's Jason Arsenault, and I have a film called Little Bay Islands in the PEI Fest.
My name is Mila Fiore-Clarks, and I work with Jason on Little Bay Islands, and I'm a speaker at several events during PEI Fest.
And my name is Andrew McCormick, and I was the cinematographer and co-editor of Handline Cod.
I have a film called Mothers in Methadone, and another one which is called I Didn't Forget, and a third which is a music video for the song Microphone by Kinley Dowling. Mothers in Methadone is a film that traces the journeys of 4 moms who've been through the methadone maintenance program while pregnant on Prince Edward Island, and it's sort of an experiential film about neonatal abstinence syndrome. And the second film is a testimony by Kinley Dowling about a sexual assault that she went through after her high school prom. And it's a companion piece to the music video about that experience called Microphone.
Mila and I made a short documentary about a small town in Outport, Newfoundland that after sort of struggling to be vibrant, is in the midst of a vote over whether or not it should effectively close down the town and move on or try to keep it open. It didn't go through, so the island still exists as it is. They held a vote, and I think the vote was something like 89-point-something% in favor of leaving. So it missed by about 0.4% or something, which really the town only has 60 people, so it's like one person voted.
And Handline Cod is about a community in Newfoundland called Fogo Island that is kind of reinventing itself with catching cod by hand and selling them for a higher cost. So kind of essentially the cod fishery was collapsed in Newfoundland and kind of destroyed the identity and confidence of a lot of Newfoundlanders, and the small place is getting very high return for their fish in Toronto and like bigger cities because the quality is so amazing. So the fishermen are like going back to work and catching cod again, so it's a bit of a renaissance for the cod fishery.
As a filmmaker, it's really important that you understand that you are trying to figure out someone's story, and often these stories are very personal. So I think just respect and compassion were the through line for all of those projects. I think for me it was just really important that I treated everyone that was telling me their story with respect, and I also had to respect their own boundaries of what they wanted to tell me and what they wanted to keep to themselves. And so it was just really, it was just a conversation with all of these people and checking in with everyone to make sure that they're okay with what goes out into the world.
Funding for Handline Cod is all through the National Film Board of Canada, which is all federally funded. The producer of the film, Annette Clark, approached Justin Sims, who's the director, and myself to go to Newfoundland to shoot this film. We went to Fogo. We shot for probably 4 days, maybe. Wasn't very long. We shot for 4 days, went back to St. John's, cut the movie in 2 weeks, and that was it. So it probably took, I don't know, maybe a month, 6 weeks all told to finish it.
Wow, yeah, that's fast. Our journey is a little slower. I don't even remember. Our funding was from Bravo Factual, so that's it was a new fund. It was the first round of funding for short-form documentaries from the people at Bravo, and that's where we got the bulk of our funding, a little bit from the National Film Board to help us get some archival footage.
Most of the process was really waiting, so it took like 4 months to really get our funding, and then as soon as we had that, we went to Little Bay Islands in the spring. We were there for about a week shooting, and then I went back briefly for a couple of days just for some pickup footage later on, and then a few months editing. So most of the time really was just waiting and planning.
It's wonderful. I've been making films on PEI for over 10 years now, and I went to school in Toronto, but as soon as I can, I always come back to Prince Edward Island because I'm absolutely in love with this province, and I love the people who live here. So I'm always keen to tell their stories, and that's the first story that comes to mind as something from home. So it's an incredibly supportive community here. So it's always a pleasure.
It's a really well-conceived festival. It sort of heightens films and documentary films to this level where they're these centerpieces for conversations. It engages youth. It's beautifully programmed and laid out, and it's the festival PEI has been waiting for, it seems like to me.
You did a great job.
Yeah, you got it.
Artists from within PEI and outside come into downtown Charlottetown to present their work.